Dear students, good morning. You have already received the PDF for the topic of exercise 19.2, and I'll be giving some details regarding how 19.2 questions were done. So 19.2, the exercise on plotting is basically regarding your making the graph equations and all those things. This basically it is about making the graph, right? Graph for a particular type of equation. Now, how we can use the information given in the question to frame up the question. So for that, few general details or general headings should be required, and I will explain you all these details. So taking up the theory question for that. Let's see. I have been telling you also regarding dependent and independent variables. Let us see how they are dependent and independent variables. Because you might be finding that many places writing dependent variable, many places independent. Now, you might have done transposition many times. You might have seen that we are having variables on one side, constants on the other side in linear equations. But in linear equations, two variables. We have, so depending on question, we can have x and y both on the same side. Sometimes we can have x on one side and y in the constant term on the other side. So in the case of dependent and dependent variables, suppose I am writing a linear equation in two variables like this, and it is y is equal to 3x plus 5. Okay, this is a linear equation. Now children, if this is a linear equation, that is y is equal to 3x plus 5, can we say that the moment we fix the value of x, mind my words, the moment we fix the value of x, the value of y is automatically fixed, yes or no? So can we say that the value of x, when we are choosing, we are free to choose any value of x? Do we have the same freedom for y? Certainly we don't have. That is how we can understand. X is here the independent variable. But y becomes dependent. In fact, dependent on what? Dependent on the value of x. But while choosing x, we had no constraints. Did we have some limitation that we can choose x this only? No. So we can take x any value. But the moment we fix the value of x, the value of y is automatically fixed. So we can say in this regard that y is what? In this case, y is dependent variable. Dependent variable. And x is your independent. Okay. So our y was dependent variable and x is independent variable. I hope now understand the meaning of it. But one more thing, can we say that x is always dependent or x is always independent? No. That is why children, this dependent and independent is highly focus on highly relevant, you can say, when we are having the particular equation. So from equation to equation, the dependent and independent can change. While studying physics in the graphs chapter, you must have plotted a graph. In fact, when you must have done the experiment of simple pendulum, where you are plotting the time period against the different effective length of the string. There also you must have plotted the graph, and then you must have made three coordinates, 3 points must have joined in the same straight line. And then from the slope of graph, you are finding what? The value of x in relation due to gravity. So similar thing you have done. So dependent, independent also must have done there also. Again, correlation between physics and mathematics always does stay. Now, I'm giving you another example where things will change. So, as per your book, or what the thing is, whatever is the subject of the equation, and children, why is called the subject in this equation or the formula? So, y is also what? Subject of the formula. Subject of the formula. So, whatever is the subject of the formula is called as dependent. Fine? And I don't say x is the object. No English. So, it is called as dependent. So, in this equation, y's value is decided by the value of x. So, x is independent variable and y being the subject of the formula is the dependent variable. I will show you one more equation where we will show that we can have change also. Suppose I write x equal to 3y plus 7. X equal to 3y plus 7. I hope it is visible to you. X equal to 3y plus 7. Now children, can you see clearly that in this x equal to 3y plus 7, y's value we can take freely? Yes or no? That means value of y we are free to choose. But value of x, can we choose like that? No. So the moment we choose the value of y, the value of x is fixed. That means here y becomes the independent variable. Independent variable. And x will be what? The dependent variable. Dependent variable. So, in all the equations we are making, we are having dependent variable, independent variable. In fact, in the question that you might have seen, we are having sometimes y is not the subject of the formula. So that time we have to make it because the standard equation is y equal to mx plus c. That standard formula of the line is there. That is why we are making it in this way. Fine. Let's move on more things. I'm rubbing it on top. Next topic is no, not the topic. In this only more things are there. Now next is graph. Graph. Linear equation in two variables. Graph of linear equation in two variables. Now children, when we are making a graph of linear equation in two variables, it simply means that we will take different values of x. For those values of x, we will get particular values of y. Means for a given value of x chosen, a value of y you will get. And then like you are plotting the coordinates in exercise 19.1, the same way we will do it here also. So for a given value of x, a value of y also will be obtained. And what we will do then? We plot them on the coordinate axis. Are you getting it? So graph of Linear equation in two variables. Those variables are x and y. Now what? So many thumb rules are there. Let's see. I'm not writing the rules because the rules you need not learn. Rather, application of the rules is more important. Okay, I'm taking one question here, which is y is equal to minus 2x plus 1. Y is equal to minus 2x plus 1. Now, children, what is the dependent variable here? The dependent variable is our y because it is the subject of the formula. And what is the independent one? X is independent one. Its value we are free to choose. Fine. Now, here we have got in this format, but many questions you cannot get like this. Suppose we have got it this way. Y plus 2x is equal to 1. Now tell me, if I write it like this, do you have the same freedom here? No. Is y the subject of the formula here? No. So at times when y is not the subject of formula, we have to transpose. And after transposition, what will do? We will make the y as the subject of the formula. So how we do that? Through transposition. This is the idea. Y is equal to minus 2x plus 1. Clear? I'll give one more example where there is no, the y is not the form, so we will the formula. Suppose that what it is 3y is equal to minus 2x plus 6. 3y equal to, because of 3y equal to minus 2x plus 6. Now children, you can say now sir, y is the subject of the formula. I agree totally. But in all these cases, children, like in this first one you see, there should be no constant attached. The constant attached here is 3. So we'll ensure that y is just standing alone. What will do? We transpose this 3 here. So what will do? Y is equal to minus 2 by 3x plus 6 by 3. That is what? Minus 2 by 3x plus 2. And this is your. So the first thing is what? Make y the subject of the equation. And what more things are there? We can make it this way. I hope it's clear. After making what we'll do? We'll choose different values of x. How will we do? We'll make it table first. Now I'm switching to the first question only. We will make a table. We'll write the thing that we'll write is what? We will take some values of x and y. So we'll make a table. X and then y. All those who have completed the work of exercise 19.2 will definitely correlate with this. X and y will take it. And then take the values of x. Fine. I have made 4 columns, but you can take 3 only. Now what? Suppose I take the value of x as 0 only. What is the value of y? It will be 1. Then, suppose I take the value of x as minus 1. What will be this? Minus 1 minus 2 is? Minus 1 minus 2 is what? Plus 2. Plus 2 and plus 1 is 3. Then, suppose I take the value of x as 1. Suppose I take the value of x as 1. So, 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus. Can you see from this table that I have taken 3 different values of x? 3 different values of x for which I have got 3 different values of y. Now, can I make it in the coordinate form like this? 0, 1 is one set of values. The other set is what? Minus 1, 3. Other set is 1, minus 1. And I hope you remember exercise coordinate. The first one is MC, the second one is coordinate. Now these plot points will be plotted, and these will be plotted. Suppose you have your coordinate axis like this. So if I plot 0, 1, that means if I have x is 0, it will be there 1. So make a dot like this. This is very rough and point because on the fair I have this same beam. One minus one, all this. So first is 1, 0, 1. 0, 1 means what? The value itself lies where? The value lies on the when value of x is 0 at means it's lying on the y coordinate. Then if the value is the way, and accordingly if the value of y is 0 at means it lies on the x coordinate. We already done that. Next side and then another is minus 1, 3. So for value of x as minus 1, value of y is what? Should be like this. Till what? This point. You know what the point is? Second point. The third is the value of x is 1. The value of y is minus 1. Have you got 3 points? Have you got 3 all the 3 coordinates in all 3? After plotting all these points, just connect them by a straight line. Are you getting it? So this is the equation here. So this is we have plotted the equation y is equal to minus 2x plus 1 on the graph. This is very rough again, but we have done it in the fair range. Now in my next video what we'll discuss is how we can make solution of the lines. Okay, solution is in fact in the next exercise only, but this thing. So this is plotting. Now what our variations can be here is we can have y involved with some constant that can be there, like I had shown it previously only, and similar things. Then don't take more than 3 points, only 3 points are required. Take 3 points and connect on the dots. Use a sharp pencil, use a scale, and connect them with and make the coordinate axis properly. So you can label it like this: y dash, and x dash.